The horses were screaming and something hit me. I feared I would die here. A beating. That's a fine welcome for a prospective soldier. Those bastards. If they hadn't outnumbered me... I came to join the Saltwalker militia, but a bunch of bandits stopped me, roughed me up, and tossed me to the side of the road. They didn't stop to answer questions, just told me to be on my way. You look pretty capable. Why don't you go up to the camp and figure it out for yourself?
What? Are you one of Gudar's thugs come to harass me again? You want your arm broken too? I guess not. Apologies, stranger. Ever since the bandits moved into our camp, we've all been on edge. And I suspect they've been scaring away new volunteers. There's bad trouble ahead, if you ask me.
New around here, aren't you? I advise you to have a talk with Captain Uznigek. He's the officer in charge of the real militia here. Those of us still loyal to the effort to join the Covenant answer to him, and not Gudar's and his thugs.
If you're here to join up with Captain Uznigek, his day is over. And if you stick around, so is yours. Then we'd have to persuade you to change your mind.
Are you from the Covenant Army? I didn't expect you quite this soon. Well, frankly, we're not ready. Sorry, stranger. I'm expecting a liaison from the Covenant military to visit and decide if our militia qualifies to join them. However, since Gudar's took charge, I'm afraid there's little chance of that. Ha! Noticed that, did you? Yes. The camp is divided between those still loyal to the militia and those loyal to Gudar's and his promises of easy living and gold. His gang are a little better than bandits. I suspect he's up to no good. Because I know Gudar's from way back. We were in King Ramsay's service together. He was a good man then, and I have to believe there's still some good in him somewhere. Maybe it's just an old man's wishful thinking, but I'm not ready to fight him. And if you find out, maybe then I can decide what to do. Thank you. I accept your offer. Just be discreet about it. I don't want any fights breaking out.
I saw you talking to Captain Uznigek. I hope he's finally going to do something about these ruffians and thieves. Heard he used to be a pirate. Got his ship by ambushing a captain and cutting his throat in cold blood. Then he claimed the title of captain for himself and made it stick. He'd already gotten a gang of his own bully boys into the crew, and he bought some of the others. The opposition was shouted down or chased off. Same thing again is my guess. He gets his gang to infest the militia, gains our trust, then murders the captain and takes over. Why mess with success?
You don't look like one of Gudar's bruisers. What do you need? Well, you can't just call him a bandit. He obviously has military experience, and he's smart. No doubt about that. He was someone of consequence before he sank to being a gang boss. Who knows? Perhaps he made a mistake and was disgraced and discharged. Or maybe he just developed a taste for gold and blood. Blood. I saw the look on his face when he killed our old captain. He enjoyed it.
I'm half a heartbeat from throwing you out of this camp. Why didn't you say so? I thought you were another Sand Eater come to fight for the alik'ir. Gudar's is a great man, but he has a tragic history. It's given him a gruff exterior, but his bully boys would follow him anywhere. Because if you're part of his loyal crew, you get treated right. The pick of the loot and back up when you're in trouble. He learned how to handle troops when he was in the army. The Sentinel Army, under old King Ramsay. He was an agent, part of what you call military intelligence. Lived in Tava's Blessing, had a family and little ones. On a mission, he learned that some pirates were planning to raid Tava's. He reported what he'd heard, but the general dismissed it and sent him on another mission. The pirates raided Tava's Blessing and killed Gudar's family. He swore revenge and went rogue. Who could blame him?
What? You've come to the right man, mate. I've been with Gudar's longer than anyone. I was part of the group that helped him take his first ship. That's right, mate. Gudar's had a grudge against this Captain Krona, so he goes around and gets together a small gang of boys who are sharp with a blade and none too nice about it. We join the crew, he kills this Krona, and we take over the ship. Oh, we pirated for a while. But now with the war going on, all of the navies are at sea and it's too dangerous. So, Gudar's comes up with another scheme and we comes ashore to work it. But that's private, see? Only told you because I like you. Keep mum.
How much longer does Captain Uznagik expect to keep it together?
What have you learned of my old friend, Gudar's? I see. That's terrible. But I don't see much left of the man I knew. And now he's demanding that I leave and take other real militia with me, or die. We have no time left for wishful thinking. He's left us no choice. We have to adopt his own methods. Kill Gudar's and cut off the head of the snake. I wish I was certain I'll succeed. Not too old to lead, but single combat against a younger man? Good. I hate to lose a battle in my own camp. Beat the drum in our combat arena, and Gudar's will come to fight. He glories in turning the sand red with our recruits' blood, and set this up to show his prowess. It's time to show him yours instead.
Challenge? Good. I saw which tent you came out of, meddler. I'll make your death a painful one. This is your last chance to turn tail and run before I destroy you.
So you did it. I must admit, it's a relief. Traditionally, you would now be in command of the militia. But is that what you want? If not, who should be? Thank you. I appreciate your trust. We'll have to act fast, but the loyal troops and I will get this camp cleaned up on the double. I think the Covenant will be proud of us.
True, but now he's making us do the same weapon drills as the other recruits.
I know. He says I have to spar with Matthew.
I know people despise
This
the
bird'll do nicely.
Ashaba, but I appreciate the sacrifice
No
you
end to
make.
those winged rats. Not that I'm complaining. Every feather's worth a fortune in gold to us now. You one of the magistrate's charges? I'm only shooting the ones in town, don't worry. Don't think about trying to cut in. Danim's got an exclusive relationship with the magistrate. She gets wind of any shenanigans. Not my concern. I get paid for feathers regardless. Go talk to some of the townsfolk if you're that curious. The magistrate's the one who runs this town. Tell him I've got some more feathers coming his way.
What is it you want? Wait, what are you holding? Is that... No! He must have sent you. Please, I need more time. Long may you prosper, Wayfarer. You have lifted a great burden from me. Keep one eye to the skies, friend. The Harpies like to swoop down and grab whatever's light enough to carry. I've lost 2 hats and a goat to the feathered villains. Only after they've sucked you dry. I refused to pay their protection fee, and the next day my house was ransacked. I'll keep my own watch for Harpies coming near from now on. Sep's entertainment, I can only guess. It's not like one can ask a beast why it acts so. It is simply its nature.
I'll be right down. You're a new face to me, unlike that flappy buzzard over the barn. What? These birds aren't aggressive. I've had horses do more damage to me than any harpy, and I've had more trouble with these mercenaries than I've ever had with either steed or bird. I saw them steal 4 sacks of good grain from Zilron, a Khajiit merchant. And in the magistrate's name, mind you. Him? Ran off, no doubt. Who knows what he does, or where he hides after he's run amok in the market. He trades more than just grain, if you ask me. You won't be the only one looking for that fairy tale wretch.
No one will find Zilron here. Poor Zilron's tail is pecked bare. I've been found. Oh, but you are neither Harpy nor Gold Coast Fiend. What a relief. You would be too if you heard those beasts. Those screeching, pecking, clawing beasts. This one had hoped the mercenaries would take care of our bird woman problem. But no, now Zilron has 2 problems. Oh yes, they help themselves to my gold and my goods, and sometimes they help against the Harpies. So, I wait here. Sooner or later, one of Zilron's problems will go away.
The Harpies are much bolder. We need more coin, for supplies and the like.
I've heard disturbing rumors about your methods.
Have you heard about the travelers stirring up trouble in town? And look who's here. Keep your opinions about our work to yourself.
Dealing with the Harpies as fast as we can, I assure you. Now please, address any specific complaints to one of the guardsmen. Nothing. I have things under control. We've got a reliable group to protect the town until we're self-sufficient again. And please, don't say anything to Danim. She can get upset when the end of her tenure is brought up. She's the leader of the Gold Coast mercenary troop. I hired them to make up for our shoddy defenses when the Harpies attacked. They get the job done, and that's about as much as I'll say. Danim doesn't like competition, and I'm certainly not going to endanger our business arrangement. If I were you, I would keep my stay here brief. Now, if that's all, I'm sure you can see yourself out.
Father, you need to know what's going... Who is this? Someone come to help?
Enough. I have no patience for your theories.
Fine. If you want the truth, come talk to me. Meet me at my house. It's at the edge of town past the smithy. I'll tell you everything I know. See you soon, I hope. It's not safe to talk in the streets. Now I can speak openly. Be at ease. The mercenaries dare not enter my home uninvited. I watched you long before you spoke to my father, Magistrate Andrin alik'ir. You spoke to people in town and listened to their answers. Are you actually interested in helping? I'm the magistrate's daughter, raised here, though now I am a traveling merchant. I came back when I heard of the town's troubles. My father insisted he had it under control. Now I'm doubly sure I returned at the right time. The Gold Coast mercenaries, our supposed saviors from the Harpies, are our problem. They extort and steal from the good people here. And what's more, they've done nothing but make our Harpy issues worse. Since Danim and her friends arrived, the Harpies are angry with the town. They're usually nothing more than flying rats. The Harpies can attack, yes, but only when provoked. And I know the mercenaries are the ones who've provoked them. The mercenaries hid Harpy eggs around Kozenset. Naturally, the Harpies want the eggs back. That's the root of the town's Harpy trouble. We must find and return their eggs so one problem's solved. But first, follow me upstairs. Don't be frightened. This is a friend. The Harpies are not our enemies. Will you help me convince the others? I rescued her from them. The mercenaries killed her mother and the other chicks in her brood. This creature had done no wrong, yet they would kill her to be paid for her feathers. I couldn't stand by and let that happen. Could you? It's the right thing to do, for us and them. I'll be waiting in the town square for you if you're willing. What do you say? Thank you. I can't do this on my own, and my father won't listen to me until I have proof. I don't think the eggs will be proof enough, but at least they will be safe. She comes and goes as she pleases. This is a wild creature, after all. I do not even name her, for she isn't mine. Once their eggs are back in their eyries, the Harpies won't attack Kozenset. And then we can deal with those mercenaries. Bring me the eggs. I'll wait for you by the town's well. Even though it's in the open, many people exchange goods there, so it won't look suspicious.
security.
You're quite light on your feet. Let me see the eggs. Thank you for doing this. I'm sure not all of the eggs survived, but the least we can do is return them to the Harpies. I don't have proof, but I know it was the mercenaries that did this. Who else could be so cruel? Hold a moment. Someone's coming.
Go back to selling trinkets, leisure. You do your job and we'll do ours.
You hid those eggs on purpose, didn't you?
Say no more, child. We haven't time for troublemakers.
They're up to something. They must be. We have to find out what they're doing. The mercenaries go in and out of the warehouse next to my home. There's got to be a reason. Why don't you go there and find out what they're doing? One of them will let slip what their game is. Hide somewhere and listen to their chatter. I'll take these eggs back to my house for now. We can go to the Eyrie later to put them back.